Greetings everyone, my name is JamesLikesToGame. You already know that already though, but greetings, I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to honestly, just a very chill Suika stream today. Nothing too special. I'm probably going to talk about stuff. We're probably going to just chat. That's just basically it. This gameplay, you know, right there, just going to be used as a distraction, to say the least. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get ourselves started. So, yeah, I normally would wait until the weekend to kickstart this. Kickstart the weekend, but you know what? Screw it. We're breaking the rules today, and so yeah. So I've been, pardon me. I've been hard at work today. So yeah, two things that has gone on today. One is that there's a new Suika Gamers video. I don't know why that really took me that long to think about it, but oh well. Moving on. Great. Riley, welcome in, or Relay. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Please let me know how you pronounce it. But welcome in. Welcome. Hope you are doing well today. Okay, I apologize first and foremost if I do butcher the name. But if there's a certain way how you pronounce your name, do let me know, because you know I want to get it right, of course. So, but yeah, hope you're doing well. Welcome into the, you could say, very chill Suika stream. I just realized the music here is not on loop. Okay. Very wide. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah, nothing too special. There's that. Oh yeah, and there was another thing I was going to mention as well. So Super Gamers new video went out today. If you want to check it out, you can just by checking out this channel right here. Let's see. I should know this command because I should know. I think I might need to update that command as well. I think I might need to go ahead and update that command if it leads to the old one. Okay, no, it actually does lead to the... It does lead to that, but it just doesn't... it's just not on the Akka run. Okay, so I don't actually need to change it then, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and carry on here. So, yeah, hope everyone's day has been doing well. Hope whatever you are doing right now is doing you well. I would have done this as a YouTube Shorts live stream, but like, I don't want to keep using YouTube Shorts all the time. So yeah, I am not really going to be bothering with that today. I probably might do a Mario Kart stream over the weekend as well. So I guess there's something for you all to look forward to. What else? What else to talk about? Oh yeah, there's a second channel video on the right now. It's currently actually popping off as well, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's all the stuff in terms of what's been going on. But I want to know how you are doing. You know, if you are indeed watching this, which we do have 2 people right now, it seems like, watching it. So I hope you're just doing well. You know, we love our lurkers as well. You're not required to chat, but if you want to chat, feel free. But I'm just gonna talk about stuff, blabber, play this game, and I don't know, to be honest, I'm just gonna talk to you about stuff. But I need to update that Nightbot timer as well. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah. What to talk about? that's the one thing I need to think of. Me and John, who's my best friend at the place that I see, pardon me, we're talking about different games like, you know, Mario and Luigi, and all that other stuff. I don't care. YouTube, like, it's fine. Like, stop bickering. Yeah, we were talking that, and also just talking about just honestly, just been talking about this one thing that I saw. I just didn't thingy yet. What was it? I just didn't thingy. Didn't watch it. Is what I was trying to get at, and that is the notion that apparently Sega is wanting to release Sonic games yearly, which I honestly find interesting, because Sega has never done this before with any of the Sonic games. They usually take, like, I don't know, a 5, maybe more of a yearly cycle before we get the next Sonic game. But apparently now Sega is wanting to release Sonic games yearly, which I'm not gonna lie. Which I'm not gonna lie, kind of worries me, you know, because if you know yearly games, you know, like your Call of Duty, Just Dance, all that stuff is usually as soon as you finish making one game, yeah, you'll probably give it like, you know, some support, you know, give it new content, but then, you know, you have to be working on the next game, you know, because you have to keep the yearly tradition up. You can't be like GTA and take the many years that it probably took that game. I mean, GTA 6, was like announced like something in, like, what, months ago now? So yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about that, to be honest. Um, I want to say Sega will hopefully still keep quality in mind as they like attempt this. Now I don't know if this is just them saying, oh, we're looking at the idea of it, or like, you know, thinking about it, or like they're actually going with it. I think they might actually be going with it, which is I guess kind of interesting to say the least. But I really don't know, to be honest. I don't really know how to supposed to feel about it, but you know, maybe you know, Sega could prove me wrong. Sega could honestly prove me wrong. Why is the her? Be quiet, quiet YouTube, like crying out loud. Right. Put something else on. Sure. Have some Wii Rainbow Road. Okay, that's interesting. Why the desktop audio is not picking it up for whatever reason. Let's have a look here. Maybe that's why. There we go. Alright, there we go. That's a lot better now. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's continue the Suika extravaganza and talking at the same time. This is basically just my this is just basically my excuse to just use this game to talk about other stuff. Like, this is like, I just call this like a chill stream, because I honestly was like, I don't want this to be you know, overly complicated and whatnot. Also, we got Peish. which you all know if you've ever been around in a certain community. So yeah, so I guess to just bring back up the topic of Sega releasing. Oh boy, not Peish. Hello, Levy. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yes, we're playing the Peish game, and not the actual Peish game. This Peish game, the Suika, or watermelon, or whatever you want to call it. Hope you're doing well, though. I've just been talking about stuff, to say the least. You know, talking about how Sega is apparently looking into, or I think it might be confirmed. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't watched the videos yet, but I did see it pop up on like my recommended. That Sega is apparently looking into releasing Sonic games yearly, and yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it, to be honest, because like because we all know like Sega usually never usually has like yearly release games. Wow, just wow. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to how I feel about it. I mean, I've got mixed feelings right now, but who knows? Maybe, like I said, Sega can prove me wrong. You know, like Sega can prove me wrong. Have a great Sonic game. I mean, Sonic fans are already eating good this year, anyways. I mean, we have the third Sonic movie. Got a new like Sonic mobile game called Sonic Rumble. Like the Knuckles TV show, Sonic Cross Shadow Generations. It's just as jam packed as like it was, you know, last year. It's honestly insane. Like we're getting once again, Sonic fans are eating good. Honestly, like, it's incredible. But yearly releases, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know about that, Chief. Let's just put it that way. But you never know. You honestly never know. Yes, I've also gone ahead and muted the. I've also gone ahead and muted the annoying Suika Game music. For some better music that will actually be more enjoyable to listen to than if we were to just listen to, you know, the in-game music. I kind of wish this game just had more variety in its music. Like, come on, can we not just have like... Can the game just not swap to a different music track after it's like... after like that one was done? That's the only annoying thing about Suika Game, which I know there is a Suika Game that is like a jungle like kind of theme. I'm certain, yeah, it's definitely not made by the same indie developer who made this one that I'm playing right now. But yeah, and I do realise that I am streaming on a Thursday, which means not a lot of people are out. are in the house right now. Because you know, you gotta love them time zones, right? That'd kill me. But honestly, you know, honestly, again, like I said, I'm just using this as just my gateway to say, well, here we are. I'm playing that game. What else? What else? See, it's difficult to come up with things because, you know, because like you're trying to put on a, like I'm trying to just entertain you all, talk about stuff, and I'm just also trying at the same time to come up with some topics. Apparently EA apparently is still trying to insist on getting ads, which, I mean, if you know that, if you know from what happened, or I might be out here, gamers. Let's see here. Yeah, EA apparently wants to once again shove, like they want to shove ads in again. That was such a stupid thing to do now, was it? Yeah, EA was like, in an investors meeting, was like, yeah, we're gonna try and figure out how to get ads back into our games, because, yeah, we might have had the backlash, but we're still going to insist on in-game advertisements, like the game has loaded. Like I'm sure like you don't need it. Like you're a multi-million billion dollar company right now. Like EA is just goes where the money is. I mean, it shouldn't be surprising anyways. It's EA we're talking about. One of the most greediest companies to ever exist. But yeah, but in any case, yeah, good luck EA when you have to once again backtrack on advertisements, because oh boy, once you say something and once the gaming community hears it, the gaming community is literally going to start dogpiling on you, because, well, for a lack of a better word, you're an idiot. And gamers don't need to watch stupid advertisements during loading screens. Like, I'm sure by now the game has loaded everything, and yet we have to still watch we still have to watch these stupid in-game ads for no reason, by the way. No reason at all. It is just there because EA is just too hungry for that money. That's what they are. EA, at this rate, is just so hungry for that money. I mean, considering come on EA, if you're already making money off of EA Sports FC, formerly, FIFA, or any other games that you've probably just somehow shoved monetization stuff into, it's do you really need it? At this rate, do you even really like need it, because like it's just it's EA at the end of the day. I'm like, if I try and question the logic, it's just gonna leave me with more occupation. It's just gonna leave me with more questions than answers, if I'm gonna be honest. So I think it's best that we just leave EA to be, or up unless, or up until like they start, I don't know, bankrupting themselves, which, considering with probably how much money they've probably got in the bank, like, it's obviously gonna be like not that surprising. There we go. Finally, you turn from a cherry into a strawberry. Now you're gonna go into that instead. Okay. Do that. There we go. Yeah, so there's that. I don't know if I ever told you lot in chat before, but I actually have a 3DS capture card now. I guess that's kind of cool. Okay, let's stop this music right here and change to a different one. Let's have some Sonic music instead. What do I have for this? There we go. Let's have the remix version of Arrow of Time from Sonic Frontiers' Final Horizon. Just why not? I've not played the Final Horizon yet. Honestly, I don't even know if I'll even bother at this rate with playing the Final Horizon update. I played a little bit of it on the Nintendo Switch, you know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever bother, to be honest, because it's like, essentially it's just an alternative version of the original, like, it's like an alternative ending to, like, an alternative version, essentially. I mean, I just put it that way, instead of trying to frame it so many different ways and making it complicated for myself. But, you know, yeah, essentially just a harder version of that, and it's also meant to address the very unsatisfying boss, because the boss was just so lame. I'm honestly like surprised even when it was in its base form, like how they thought, like how they thought the game was just going to just be how it was just a shooting mini game as a final boss was just like acceptable. Like, someone on the team must have clearly thought that was a good idea, and then the fans played it and they reacted as like, oh, they actually don't like that. I mean, rightfully so, anyways, because like, come on, like seriously, like come on, like, did we need to spell it out to you, Sega? or I should say Sonic Team. The good thing is Kishimoto, when he had his Twitter up, did actually go onto Twitter and ask for like feedback, which they would then, you know, listen and put into the game. And also I guess answering questions surrounding it, or ideas. Obviously he tried to answer as many as he can, or try and implement many of the ideas that he can within the time frame that he was obviously given. I mean, you've got to commend him, you know. You got to give him a, you know, a round of applause at least for, you know, listening to the fans, providing the feedback, and then when those 3 updates came out and made so many great quality of life improvements. Honestly, it's like so good. Like, it really is. Like, the 3 updates has to be like one of the best things like Sonic fans was like, and the fact that it's even free just shows you to show how much they really made sure that this game was it. Like, this was like the top game for Sega. And look what happened, like, it became like one of the best selling games like ever. Like, ever since like the last, you know, you could say good Sonic game was like Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, those kind of ones. But I also kind of find it funny how people are now just starting to hate on Sonic Colors, and like, what's going on here? So we hated Sonic Unleashed. We hated Sonic Unleashed at the time of its release, but now we flipped and like, you know what? That Sonic Unleashed, pretty goated. Pretty goated. If I do say so myself. I mean, it is goated now, but like, at the time it was like, you lot weren't saying this back in like 2008. Like, so what changed, huh? Did you replay it and looked at it through a positive light, and that's what sparked that change? And now apparently Sonic Colors is now getting hate? Like, I have no idea what suddenly changed in that, but honestly, it's quite crazy to think about. I would love to see like Sonic Unleashed, the SD version, you know, like the Wii PS2 version, which I do actually have, by the way. Which, let's see. Where is it? This is the weird thing about... here it is. I was gonna say, like, this is the weird thing about Wii games. It's like, some will have, like, basic font, while others just have a not basic font. Look at the PS2 version. Oh. Where did I put it? Probably on. Hang on, everyone. 5 minutes. So yeah, so the standard definition, like the Wii version and the PS2 version right here. Yes, I know not a lot of people even know about the PS2 version even existed. They mainly think of the Wii version when they when they think standard definition. But you know, there was a PS2 version as well. I need to actually finish Sonic Unleashed, in fact, on the Wii. Pardon me. I'm up to Eggman Land on the final boss. And so, yeah. This music is actually does slap, it goes hard. I guess you could say that about any Sonic music. I mean, except from probably, you know, Sonic Chronicles, because yikes, that DS RPG, which is like Sonic's only like RPG that he ever had. Whereas like Mario had like multiple. That's the thing with Sonic as well. He has like a Mario Party and a RPG of his own, but they weren't even that great. Like, one was a Dreamcast game, the other was a DS game. The rest were all like other ones. I mean, there was that party mode in Sonic and the Secret Rings, I think. Or was it Black Knight? It was one of those two stupid storyboard games. I was actually talking about that as well. It was like, what if Sega and Sonic Team remade those two games, and I guarantee you it would be a Nintendo, still a Nintendo like exclusive thing. Although I don't know, maybe they could find a way to translate it to a controller. Maybe it actually gives us more controllability. Okay. Where? Alright, where is... There he is. Great. Don't you just love it when you lose your controller? Oh, there it is. It was right there. Alright. So, yeah. So, I have... I have Sonic Unleashed on the Wii, and Sonic Unleashed on the PS2, which if I ever do get a PS2 console, I might actually look into it. I might play Sonic Unleashed on that, because I know the I know the PS2 version of Unleashed is just the same as the Wii version. The only difference is it's just different. You can also say it looks worse as well because it's been on a console from 2000. But hey, you know, putting it on two consoles that are pretty much successful, like, does wonders. Definitely does wonders. And you know, I would love to see the SD version, you know, get a like remake version for the Nintendo Switch. I definitely think it would look good. I mean, granted, they could just, you know, do the HD version, because, you know, that's not stopping them from doing that, but, like, something about the non-HD versions are just really nice, you know? Like, the fact that you don't even have to bother exploring and you can just go as fast, you know, I mean, even though, like, you know, you have to build up the little boost meter by attacking enemies, collecting rings, and all that other stuff, it's honestly, you know, really good. It is really, really good, and, you know, I personally started with the SD version. I didn't actually grow up with it when I was a child, unfortunately. I did play Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing. I still have to this very day, by the way. But yeah. You know, ever since I started playing, ever since I started playing the HD versions of Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, I can never look back at the Wii version. I mean, I could still comfortably go back to the Wii version, yes, but it just won't feel the same. But with the Unleash on Wii, it's like, well, there isn't an HD version of Unleash, isn't there? You know, there isn't a HD SD Unleash version to go by. The thing is, I like about Unleash on the Wii and PS2. You know, let me remind you again. It exists. Yeah. If I ever, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the thing I like about the Unleash, like I said, is like, you know, just how easy it is to just, you know, go from point A to point B. No pointless looking around, collecting the Sun and Moon medals and stuff like that. Just, you know, just purely just fun. Funny fun, you know? I wonder if the developer who made Suika Game was ever even thinking that this game would ever get so popular. Okay? You know, this game actually would do well as like an arcade game. Yes, someone like either Adrenaline Games or Raw Thrills are definitely going to be taking notes. They're probably all like, write that down. Right, like as I'm talking about it. I don't know. If anyone is watching who works in the arcade game industry, I guess there's your new idea for either a new gonna lose. We're close, just not close enough. Alright, I think we've had enough of that one. What else do I have? You know, this song, this music that's playing right now, is always going to be better listened in the original than in Wii Sports Club. Speaking of actually arcades, I actually, when I went Blackpool that one time, I was playing, all the, pretty much, some of the dance games, like, your Step Maniacs, DDR, and Pump It Up. Step Maniacs, I didn't have that much issue with. I mean, it was totally fine. I mean, it's still like a relatively new machine. So problems have yet to come to light. But it actually just feels fine. In that case. DDR, now, bearing in mind, if you know the absolute dilemma-stry, I guess that's a word. If that is a word, then great. If not, then I just made it the hell up. The DDR one was definitely worse for wear, if I'm gonna be honest. Actually, let me see if I can pull up an image of it. DDR next. Okay, that's ending. Okay, cool. Okay, let me save this real quick. Okay, gonna pull it up in the stream right now. Image. So this is what I played on. This photo is not mine, by the way. This is just a photo on Reddit. But that it basically will get the point. So that there is what I played on. You'll notice like the pads at the bottom are like all in one. Like, it's interesting how, for example, in the European ones of these cabinets, the panels actually look different. Like, the panels look different. But for some reason in the US ones, they have like a metal sheet like on the actual thing. So even if you wanted to service it, you had to just remove the entire thing off just to get access to it. Which is honestly this cabinet is like literally the worst cabinet design like ever. Like, if I bought this cabinet, what I would do with this cabinet is I would literally fix it up, maybe get that marquee light to be a little bit nicer, because that definitely looks worn out. It's interesting how this is also a X1 cabinet, yet it runs X2. So I'm going to assume like this was like something you can upgrade this machine. Like, if it was running X1 and you wanted to run X2 on it, you could, I guess, contact Konami or Betson, and they could just send you a upgrade kit that would give you DDR X2. Which, if you have ever look inside a DDRX or X2 Raw Thrills cabinets, then what you'll find is they use just a basic office Dell PC. and I'm not kidding, like, I'm pretty sure every Raw Thrills games has some sort of, like, normal, non-gaming PC inside, and yet here it is running an arcade game perfectly well, by the way. And yeah, like it's honestly just insane. Like the sheer fact that it's even running, like, should say a lot about about how should say a lot about, you know, that. So there was that one, and then the last one was Pumpy Tuck, which was Prime 2 as well. Let's see, do I have... Here it is. I'm just gonna show you it on my phone, because I did actually take a photo of it, so it's right there. You can see this on Reddit as well. I did post this. Now, I did actually play on this cabinet, and I kind of wish this was running like Phoenix by now. I guess the arcade place just does not care. But when has any arcade cared anyways? I find it oddly weird that they must have replaced the screen at some point, because the TV is literally an LG TV, like right there, and it's literally inside a LX. I've also noticed, like, as well, like, when I took that photo, was like hardly any of the lights were even showing up as well. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look very closely at the machine again next time I go. Because when you look at that during the daytime, like, you can hardly tell that the lights were even on this machine. And, you know, the whole point of, you know, a cabinet like a dance game is it's meant to be flashy. It's meant to, you know, it's meant to be insane. Like, I actually also have this one of the DDR-X1 Raw Thrills, which is the same one as what I showed you just before. Just this one runs DDR-X1 instead. I do have to say though, I do like the side art on the DDR-X Raw Thrills cabs. They're kind of cool. They're definitely kind of cool, but, you know, not as cool as when I actually got to play on a Japanese DDR-X cabinet. Now, bearing in mind that that Japanese version of the DDR-X cabinet, which you can find as well. Like, I don't need to just pull it up on stream. You can literally search it. So, but like the Japanese version, like, that's what we should have got. And honestly, like, what Konami was thinking when they were releasing DDR-X in like Europe and in the USA, like, they should have just gave us the Japanese DDR-X instead. And in fact, it actually was the case for some time, where in test locations in America. I don't know if the Japanese DDR-X ever got any location tests in Europe. Probably not. I'm going to say probably not the case, because, well, why would it? But it wouldn't surprise me if it did get a location test as well in Europe. But yeah, it's honestly, like, when I played that Japanese cabinet, you know, with the light spires and everything, it's like, this is so much better. Like, the arrows actually don't, you know, aren't bad. It's built good. It plays nice. Now, I did actually first experience it at Arcade Club in Leeds. And then I did eventually experience it again at what was it? I did eventually experience it again at Arcade Club in Bury, in Manchester. And I have to say, Arcade Club, one of the best places, like, ever. Like, there's not a single doubt in my mind that if you live in the UK and you want a good, like, family time, you know, friends time, you know, all that stuff, and you like playing games, but, you know, you don't want to insert coins, like, pay like £17, which I think it is, and just play all the arcade games free. Like, if you know what Arcanes is, it's literally like that, but they have a lot more machines. Like, you know, they've got, like in the Bury one, they have the Step Maniacs, they have DDR, which was A20 plus, by the way. Online as well. It was online, so e-amusement was able to be used, which I actually did end up using my e-amusement pass on, because I actually bought it from e-amuse cards, the website. I will say I had to get it, you know, shipped from the USA to here in the UK. But yeah, when I started using it, it was absolutely beautiful, you know. I used it on DDR and Dance Rush as well. Now, I have not used it on any other. I've not used it on any other, like, games, like, you know, like Sound Vortex. What else? U-Beat or Ju-Beat. I think it's pronounced U-Beat, so the J is silent. That's another Konami game. The only ones I've used it on right now is DDR and Dance Rush. Which, by the way, Dance Rush is a fantastic game. Even though it will tire you out. Especially if you're trying to, like, take the game seriously. Which, I mean, you can look at it two ways. You could either take the game seriously or just play for fun. Which, me, I was like, I watched all the videos on the people doing all the cool stuff on it and showing off. And I actually want to, you know, practice and try and do that. You know, I definitely want to try and give Butterfly Twist, which is like a game that you can use. AstroKif, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are definitely doing well. Did I get the watermelon? Nope. I did not get the watermelon, fortunately. Did have a few game overs as well. So there's that. But I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I've just been talking about, you know, arcades and what I've been playing, what I've obviously have played, and I've also been talking about, you know, Arcade Club. It's obviously a free play like place, and I know, like, you know, there's like Arcanes in Liverpool, and there's also like Free Play City in London as well. I was just talking about, you know, some of the games, like how the DDR-X2 cabinet is literally like trash. It's not a good cabinet to play on. But the Japanese version, if you ever go to the arcade club, is actually very good to play on. And it's online as well, so yeah, that's another thing. And then pump it up, essentially to put it in words that's easy to understand. Think DDR just instead of the arrows pointing up, left, right, and down, there's now 5, so 2 are pointing diagonally up, 2 are pointing diagonally down, and then there's a center panel in the middle. Also apparently Japan has the most vending machines. They do. Vinci plays 1700. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. So yeah, just if anyone is from the UK and if you do like live around Manchester, for example, definitely check out Arcade Club. It's such a fun place. Honestly, it's one of the best places. Watermelons be like. Yeah, the watermelons do be difficult to get. Let's just say, especially in this game. Now I do know there was like I said, there is like a watermelon game that's like a jungle one. There's that, you know, if you've seen it, you've seen it. I looked at that one when Savannah or Purple Phoenix was playing it, and it definitely looks interesting. I was also talking about as well earlier that the pump it up machine that they have in Blackpool, they must have replaced the monitor at some point, or like the original monitor must have died in it, I guess. Because I can't think of any other reason as to why the monitor would all of a suddenly just be an LG TV. Like I can literally like show you as well. The Grande Gamer is going live soon. I'm gonna play it on full screen, make it easier so you can see. There we are. Come on, camera. I don't know if the camera is doing this on purpose, but yeah. I don't know. I could just pull up my own image on Google if I wanted to. Right, let me play it back here real quick. And yes, I do have Wii Sports music playing as well. Yep, this one here is my image. For some reason it's incredibly big. Don't know why. So yeah, there's the machine, but what I want to draw your attention to is just the fact that it has an LG TV. Let's see. Like I don't know. You probably won't be able to see like a mouse cursor, but if you look very closely, you can see it's literally an LG TV. Like, there's no other possible means for it. And I played this, and I don't know if it's this TV or not, but the input lag is definitely, like, bad on it. It is actually... It's actually not a very good TV to be putting into an arcade cabinet. Especially a dance game cabinet, because, you know, timing is, like, critical and important in this. Hello, Cosmic. Welcome in. Suika Game, eh? Hello, James and everyone else. How are y'all doing? How are y'all? I am doing good, Cosmic. I am definitely doing good. Hope you're doing good. Yes, we're just chilling with some Suika Game, talking about, you know, arcade games, and also the fact that earlier, before you probably popped in, you may have seen it as well. But yeah, the Pump It Up machine that they have at Blackpool literally has an LG TV like there, which I honestly find funny, but also find kind of I kind of find it sad, because like a dance game requires, like, you know, timing and input lag to be almost be a little bit non-existent, because it's critical that you want to stomp on the correct panel when the arrow reaches the target. And it looks like we won't be getting anywhere. See, I even lost. Look at that. But yeah. See, a game like Dance Dance Revolution or Pump It Up, or even Step Maniacs for that reason, having less input lag on the monitor does wonders for a game. Like, it literally does wonders for a game. So yeah. Okay. How long have I been going on for? Okay, an hour. Yeah, I'm not gonna make this super long. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and just carry it on, you know. But yeah, timing is definitely critical when it comes to dance games. Why did I put it there? See, if I owned that business, what I would do is I would first fix up the Pump It Up LX cabinet, because that's what it's called, in case you didn't know that. And then I would order Pump It Up Phoenix, and then after that I would get it installed, and then I would connect the machine online so players can use AM passes, and would literally start selling them as well. But clearly the place, clearly doesn't seem to either realise that there was even new versions of the same game, or they just don't care. They just, put money in, play a game, go away. That's all like what most public arcades are like nowadays. It's like, play game, do thing, go away, go to next game. Right, that's literally most of it. But one thing that I do find annoying about... one that is annoying, the most annoying thing about public arcades, because it's like, if you have machines, yes, you've spent your money, but like, you do know these are electronic devices, so you will need to have these, like, you know, you need to make sure that you are doing your best to ensure that these machines can still work, even if, like we could be in 2028 right now, and we could and the machine could still be working, but like give it like maybe a few months, and then the machine starts like not working anymore. And then whose fault is it really that that didn't care for the machines? I wonder. I really do wonder. See, this is just the thing with public arcades in the UK. It's like it's like, okay, it's like if you've ever emailed saying, hey, can you consider this game? And then they're like, oh, thank you for bringing this to our attention. As a company, we'll definitely be looking into this. I guarantee you, they've not looked into it. They have not even once looked into it. Either that, or the tech probably just said, oh, it probably costs way too much money. I wouldn't be surprised if that was just like the normal like response that that any tech would give, The one thing I just wish our public arcade owners actually could. Like, I know there probably be. I'm pretty sure there will be some that do care for the machines and want to ensure, you know, those machines have the best, like, life and longevity as they can possibly be. But if you're an arcade owner and you just care more about money over, you know, caring for your machine, what does that say about you as a public arcade business? You know, what does that really say about you? And, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to change. Like, even if I, like, was hoping maybe public owners, you know, owners of these public arcades actually, you know, listened. Like, at the end of the day, it's like they don't care. It's like, why should a person who probably has no authority, nor anything, other than just, hey, can you consider this game, would say anything? I mean, I did. Funny enough, I actually, I think it was like, yeah, it was last year. Was it last year? No, I think it might have been the year before. I've never actually told this as well on any of my streams, but I wrote down like a very nice, like, well thought out message, to be like, hey, like, to put it in simpler terms, I just basically say, hey, you have this Pump It Up arcade machine, like, Double X is on its way out in December. But no, it might have been last year, now I think about it. Like, it was like literally last year that I messaged that and was like, James, hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, James. And yeah. And he and then it was like, I think the guy name was like Peter. Sure. So he replied back the following morning. So I'm guessing that's when he probably got to his office and started checking his emails and whatnot, and he saw that and he was like, "Thank you for bringing this to our attention. As a business, always looking for best possible ways to deliver great stuff to our customers. 1 week until the 1,000-year door. Yeah. I know Kiva right now is doing a full playthrough of the original 1,000-year door on GameCube right now. I would actually want to know what would happen to the original 1,000-year door, like, prices on eBay, for example. I wonder if they would go down. Probably not, because, you know, GameCube games are probably going to become so sought after. Because, you know, Nintendo isn't producing the console anymore. But I would be curious to see, you know, what they would do. Would be, you know, very curious. I know I'm personally, like I said, I'm still personally excited for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD to come out in the summer. That is definitely going to be a very good one, and I already have it set up as well, the live stream, so I'll definitely be having my first time playing experience. So, yeah. Well, I hope everyone who does enjoy the 1,000-Year Door remake enjoys it. And, you know, while it's not personally for me, I can still, you know, say, you know, hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's good for you. You still need to play the first Luigi's Mansion, and you're waiting for 2 on Switch. I've never played the first Luigi's Mansion game, although I would love to own it. I would love to own the first Luigi's Mansion game on GameCube. On the Cube! The Cube. You know, I saw in CEX, which is like a second-hand retail shop in the UK. It's also like there's also something like in Italy and other stuff, and all other countries. You have the 3DS version, but you have a feeling that the first Luigi's Mansion will be a shadow drop in the next Direct. You think? Like it'll probably be released. It's like it'll probably be released, but but then like Nintendo won't mention it until the Direct happens. I mean, Nintendo has definitely like quietly dropped ones. They did the same for Pikmin 1+2 last year, like 2 weeks before Pikmin 4. Yeah, they did. They 100% did. So I mean, I wouldn't be too honestly surprised, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I wouldn't honestly be too surprised if they... Oh wow. Like, if they shadow drop Luigi's Mansion, the first one. But the thing is, it's like, with Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, they completely remade the game. If they did this, then it's like, well, we know that this was just them upscaling some things and not doing too much to the game. I mean, it will probably run a lot nicer. The only weird thing is, I find weird is, I mean, look, frame rate probably doesn't matter to everyone, but like, I find it quite odd that the remake is going to be running at 30 frames per second, whereas the original like ran at 60 FPS on hardware much older than the Nintendo Switch. Like, the Nintendo Switch is meant to be more powerful than the GameCube, and yet here we are with games running just at 30 frames per second. Like, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe runs at 60, so like I know it's it's going to be obviously high resolution, and Callie is playing Splatoon 3. So, yeah, there's that. Can I just say as well about Splatoon 3 is like... I'm sorry, as someone who hasn't also played it as well, the Splatfest ideas that they come up with for this game, like for Splatoon 3, is such, like... It's so god-awful. Like, it's honestly like one of the worst. Splatoon 3 was really disappointing. I mean, I don't know if as a game if it's disappointing, but I'm talking morely about the... I'm talking more about the Splatfests, you know, like who at Nintendo like who at Nintendo is coming up with these Splatfests and then making them Splatfests. Like, coming up with ideas, and then one idea does well enough that they turn it into a Splatfest. And I'm like... What? Nintendo, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, do you need therapy right now? Like, I'll go and get the worst, YouTube's worst sponsorship, BetterHelp, you know, for you. Yes, BetterHelp therapy. God, does anyone even know the controversy around that? So hilarious. It's honestly one of the most hilarious like things, and the fact that I'm pretty sure some YouTubers still get like BetterHelp sponsorships. It's just so hilarious. You know, right? If BetterHelp ever emailed, like if I had a business email, and BetterHelp was in my inbox, being like, "We're interested in working with you," I'd be like, "Nah." You know, Smosh from the BetterHelp is sponsored by BetterHelp. Yeah. I'm surprised how they didn't even... I'm surprised how, like even then, it's like... Anthony's still continuing to promote this. Like, has Anthony not seen the controversy around this? Like, is he just too oblivious to everything? For example, there's another one like Jack's Films was also at one point I think sponsored. I don't know if he's still sponsored now, but Jack's Films was like one other person who BetterHelp, who else was sponsored by, and I'm like, okay, wait, but Jack, didn't you just make fun of this? Like, what's going on? I mean, at the end of the day, YouTubers are obviously just like us. Like, they want to make sure that they can, you know, pay their bills, get money, pay their bills, and afford what they need to buy. Why did I do that again? But like, if something is that bad, I think you as a YouTuber should do something about it rather than just being, you know, oblivious to, well, everything, for that matter. Yeah. Like, if I was sponsored, right, and I did not know the controversy, then sure, then I probably would, like, if I started receiving backlash, then yeah, I would look at that and be like, okay, people are telling me there's this controversy. I would look it up. Like, I would literally look it up, and if it's that bad, I'd be like, alright, well, I'm terminating our relationship, you know, with BetterHelp as the company. Like, I'm not gonna work with them. It's just like any YouTube sponsorships. It's like the worst one. So we had BetterHelp. Like we also had like Raid Shadow Legends. Like, I'm pretty sure any YouTuber, whether big or small, was at one point sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. It was just like, YouTube sponsorships are just the most insane things sometimes. It's also why I'm not actually... It's also the reason why I'm not actually sponsored by anything. Because, well... One, I just don't care. Oh, I have a friend request. You've played Mario Kart 8 400 hours. Not bad. So I know who you are because you're obviously in the chat right there. I do know you're there. Paper Mario the Origami King. Yes. So yeah. which by the way, I want to always be that's your OLED hours since it doesn't carry over. Oh, did you set up your OLED as like a brand new Switch? Because you could have just transferred your account from whatever your last Switch was. Because that's how I did it when I got my Switch Lite. Oh yeah, I forgot. You did that, but it still didn't carry over, so you don't. Okay, that's. Okay, that's actually weird. There we go. Might as well put that up there. In the chat. Yeah, so if I have a coffee or Ko-fi page, I don't know how it's pronounced, but yeah, think of it as like Patreon. Just that, in my opinion, it's actually a lot better, and you can use you know, a credit card as well, which I didn't even realize you could use your credit card if you support a creator. So there you go. Something new I've learned today. So yeah, I don't usually tend to like talk about, you know, about the stuff. I mean, even though like the on-screen like Ko-fi graphic, like nope, that's the wrong one. Like this right here. Like I don't usually tend to, you know, mention it. It's just like, you know, it's there, you know. Like if you want to support me, you can. But it's like you're not obligated or required in any means necessary to, you know, donate. But if you do want to support me and this channel, yeah, the option is there. The option is definitely there. So yeah. There we go. Perfect. Nice. So, yeah. I mean, there's two ways. You can also support me by either the donation link via Nightbot or that, but any way works. Again, you don't have to. Totally optional. Even anyone who's here right now, even anyone who's just watching this stream is honestly more than enough, you know. All right, let's change the music here. Okay, cool. Yeah, time for some Mario Kart Wii music. By that, just literally putting on the options menu. Mario Kart Wii is such a good game. Holy crap! Is it actually difficult to get the 3 stars on? Like, when I went into thinking Mario Kart DS, because I'm currently working on kind of 3-star, 150, and Brud, how do I have 150 hours on Switch Sports? I mean, I have 100. I mean, mine says 145, so maybe it hasn't just updated. But I think what it was is I played this game like when it launched, like I think pretty on an almost daily basis, and then you know the game kind of fell off. At that point, at that time, that was just me being like, come on, like, I know this game's getting a bad rep, but, like, come on, like, come on, like, at least let it have a chance to, you know, breathe. I probably was actually, like, I think I probably was, like, addicted at that point to the game. And also was like, I really want this to be, like, you know, I was trying to support it. You liked it at launch, but there's so much that have done. I do agree. Nowadays, if you were to ask me my thoughts on Switch Sports now, it would just be like, it was good, but it's like it could have done so much better. Just the fact that it's so incredibly detailed, yet we just cannot explore, is just what makes it so disappointing. Like, why can we not just have what's this? Why can we not like freely roam? Like in football, for example, like we can somewhat freely roam. I mean, it's in the football pitch, of course, but like we can just we've already got that sense of feeling for what it could feel like to really roam the place. Like, if we ever had like a either island flyover or an island walkabout mode in it, where it's like a free walk in the game, that could have. That honestly, if that was in Switch Sports, I think Switch Sports would have actually been reviewed a lot more like favorably. Like it would have honestly reviewed more favorably had it just had, you know, that mode in there. It needed the same amount of sports as Resort. I think had it had like 12, maybe even more, you know. I feel like with Nintendo Switch Sports, they could have just made it where you're in the like the middle area of Spoko Square where all the sports are, and you should just be able to just walk up to the building where these sports happen. Like, you could walk up to the place where bowling is, and you can go inside. There'll be some shops there, but then when you go down, it should then like initiate the bowling, like of how many players, you know, all that stuff, and then it should commence the bowling like there. Like Splatoon income. Yeah, exactly. Like that. Yeah, it should have done it exactly like that. But unfortunately, they didn't. Now, whether this was just done to save on resources, but like in the files, like I don't know if this is still in the files, but like there was like this like icon that was like that indicated that looked like it was a free roam icon, like a running icon, and like that could have been selectable. That could have honestly been selectable had they just made it an available option, and then it would literally go from that to, you know, your character or either your me or your sportsmate character, and you would be able to freely roam around. It's just another victim of Nintendo's fix-it-later approach. God, I hated when Nintendo did that. Like, what was Nintendo's strategy? Like, oh, this game might not be is ready for some parts, but we'll fix it later. We'll fix it later with an update. Like Mario Strikers Battle League. Daisy was not available at launch, and she's and she's been like a character staple. Yeah, that. But my point still stands. Like, you know, it like I don't know what Nintendo's mindset was. Like, we'll give you an incomplete package, and like Daisy has been like a main character staple of, like, you know, the default roster, and the fact that she just wasn't available from the get-go, out of the box, on 1.0 version of the game, really says something. Really says something. The leg strap didn't work with the game at launch. Which one, Mario Strikers or Switch Sports? I know Switch Sports, you had to wait for an update to use the leg strap accessory. I didn't even... Oh yeah, Switch Sports, yeah. Switch Sports, yeah. I know Switch Sports. I was like, I don't think Mario Strikers had that ability. So, Mario Strikers, you had one character that has been a default in every Mario game that has featured Daisy. yeah, she's now added as an update in that game. And then golf. Golf has been like default in every base game you could possibly imagine in every Wii Sports, even the worst Wii Sports game, you know, which you probably all know what I'm talking about. I don't even need to pull it up, and I don't even want to pull it up. It's been like okay, golf has literally been in every sports game since like day one of Wii Sports. Like when the Wii launched, golf was there. Wii Sports Resort, golf, and then on top of that, you got frisbee golf, and then you got like, you know, a new resort selection set of golf courses. Wii Sports Club had those two plus the Lakeside. Switch Sports, just those two, and then the Lakeside just never returned. Which I don't know why, because like, I mean, yes, the long, but also why was there not like, you know, new ones? Like, why wasn't there not new golf courses? Like, I don't understand, and that's where Switch Sports really fails for me, you know? And I think it fails for everyone as well. It's like, it tries to capture what the Wii Sports series of games did well, and try to replicate it on the Switch, immediately forgetting what even made those games so, like, special and cool, and all this other stuff, you know? Like, because Switch Sports just like... Okay, had Switch Sports been marketed as not a Wii Sports game, it would have... I mean, it would have done fine. It would have not done wonders. Like... If it just wasn't marketed as Nintendo Switch Sports and marketed as its like own separate thing, and then we had the real Switch Sports with like, you know, the Mii's, then that would have been fine. But no, they opted to forget what made. They opted to forget what made Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort so incredibly good, and it's the reason why I guarantee you, and I still even play them to this day, why so many people like still play those two games, like even now. Like they could crack out their Wii's right now, hook it up to a lovely CRT TV, crack out a game of Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort, because Wii Sports Resort has more than Wii Sports, and just have a good time, you know? Honestly, it's honestly just be like the game that you can just go back to. Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort are just timeless classics. Like, yes, even if you could say the graphics look bad, this looks this, or these controls suck. Okay, listen, I'm a Gen Zer, okay? But if you're saying that as a Gen Zer, you do not appreciate what retro gaming did back then. You wouldn't have not gotten to where we are now had we not had those consoles. I'm just saying. I know that makes me sound like a boomer, but retro gaming is so good, and the fact that so many like people who have Xbox Series X's or S's or PS5s just wouldn't appreciate it, you know? They honestly wouldn't appreciate. They wouldn't even appreciate this! And I love this! And I got this for Christmas. This is a PS Vita, okay? Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Let me put it on the camera right here. Look at that beauty right there. Let me turn this on. Look at that beauty right there. Let me actually take it out of its case so you can really appreciate this. Like, look at it. Right there. PS Vita, you know, very good handheld, right? Got Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed in there. But like, look at the back. Look at this perfectly blue color or whatever color you have. Look at this. It's portable. Yes, the Switch is portable as well, but you can connect it to a TV. This you don't, unless you count the PS TV, I guess, as a way to play PS Vita games on the TV. But just like the PS Vita, people would not appreciate what we have today, even if this didn't exist. Like hell, even like the PS2, for that matter, which is like was the best selling Sony console, and it still even is to this day, mind you. Right, come on. It's and even like none of the people who didn't grow up with it wouldn't even understand why people even appreciate it. You know, because they all think, oh, look at those graphics, oh, look at that stuff, that's cool, awesome. But like, I guarantee you, if you gave someone your old console, like an old retro console, they just think, oh my god, I don't want that, that's too old, I want the modern stuff. Hey, how do you think we got here? You know? How do you think we got these super cool graphics? You know? I'm sorry that I'm ranting, but I needed to obviously just let that out, you know. Let that out and just be known that, you know, appreciate retro gaming, appreciate your retro consoles, appreciate, you know, fucking... Appreciate this. Let's see. Appreciate this. Like, you would have not gotten to that. You would have not gotten to where the PlayStation console is now had this not existed. No? Alright, let me put this back on here. Sorry if I was ranting. I'm just a very ranty person, so I hope you didn't mind that. I mean, people wouldn't want old consoles since most retro games are on modern systems. True, but you have to think about if you want the most authentic experience. You know, like, sure, you could play retro games using the Switch Online, but it's not the same. You know, it's not the same as like playing on the console that game was designed for. Hell, like for example, if GameCube ever came to Switch Online, like playing Mario Kart Double Dash on the Switch 2, for example, would not feel the same without a GameCube controller. And even just holding the game in your hands is just what makes retro gaming so incredibly like awesome, you know, like, and special. That's just the joy of retro gaming as a whole, like, is experiencing the game on its intended hardware. Like, you know, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy and Crash Team Racing. If you experience it on this, you know, I mean, I don't know why I'm hearing lots of screws all of a sudden. Okay. I mean, it still works anyways. But, you know, like the original trilogy and Crash Team Racing, any other games, if you don't experience it on that, then yeah, what does that really say? Now look, yes, you can play it on the PlayStation 2. Yes, you can play it on the PlayStation 3. I mean, PlayStation 2 is obviously backwards compatible with the PS2 if you get the PS2 with, you know, the actual hardware because it would have the guts of the PS1 in there, as well as the PS3 as well. If you get the one with the 4 USB ports and whatnot. But something about, you know, playing the games on their intended hardware, like the PS1, like playing PS1 games on the PS1 console, PlayStation 2 on PS2 console, PS3 games on PS3 consoles, you know. You know what I mean? You know. My point, what I'm trying to get across is, like, yes, play it on whatever, you know. But also try and play it on the hardware that, you know, that console was originally intended for, you know. I guarantee you, though, in so many years, we'll be calling the Nintendo Switch retro. Think about it, right? Like, the Switch right now is still, like, a modern console now. Wait until we start declaring this console retro. We're gonna be like, man, the Switch was so good. Does anyone remember when Mario Kart was actually released on there at, like, not even long after the console released? Like, we'll be calling the Xbox One retro, we'll be calling the PS4 retro, and like, what does technology do to people? You know, what does technology do to people? Aish. But yeah. Anyways, to swing it back all the way back around to Switch Sports. Switch Sports was disappointing, and yeah, like it failed to capture the Wii Sports like series. Like, at its best, it could have done well had they just not shown the sports mates, even in the trailer. Like, get people to make the sports mates like. You should have made it where the sports mates was not the primary focus and they were like secondary, and they should have just made the Mii's like the primary standpoint in Switch Sports. That way it still feels like a Wii Sports game, but on the Switch. Okay. How long have we been going on for? An hour and 56 minutes, okay. Probably gonna wrap this up very soon, so yeah. Definitely looking forward to Sonic Crash Shadow Generations, although I don't know how much they're going to change Sonic Generations. Wow, okay. It would be interesting to see and find out, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out eventually, you know? what they're going to do with Sonic Generations portion of this Sonic Cross Generations. Because it's like, how much can you really change Sonic Generations, like, realistically? Like, yeah, they could give it, you know, a graphics boost, a texture boost, you know, a frame rate boost for consoles. Because I believe Generations was 60 FPS anyways on PC. Although I might be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure it was 60 FPS anyways. Yeah, oh, come on. There we go. Nice. Y'all ready to see me eventually fail? Oh, maybe not. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, come on. I'm definitely gonna lose here. Oh, damn it. Oh well. It is what it is. Oh, that was a lovely stream, wasn't it? Right, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. That was the Suika stream, you know, a very chill one, not too not too chaotic and all that other good stuff. I'll possibly will be back on the weekend, so yeah, 3 PM unless otherwise. But yeah, go watch the new videos on this channel, my second channel, Super Gamers, all that other good stuff. And hey, if you did enjoy this, I want to see the next one, either videos or live streams, then definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. Anyways, I've been JamesLikesToGame, and you have been the gamers watching this live stream. Keep on gaming!